welcome back YouTubers to my channel, An Everyday Life of an Aspie. If you don't know me, I'm AspieAnswersAll and I'm the typical everyday female right now that basically is sharing my life's journey with Asperger's syndrome, depression, anxiety, and also creating mental health awareness on my channel right now for the newbies that I'm introducing you to. I welcome you with open arms right now. Basically, I'm here not to judge or criticise or what have you right now. As you know, I'm here to support, guide you and mentor you and support you in any way you can. So, like I said, welcome to the newbies and to the oldbies, welcome back. And hopefully with these video series that I'm introducing to you all, regardless what they are, that they are informative, educational and actually something that is you may have thought into practice. Anyway, no further ado, guys, before I run out of time, is at this point of time I'm doing the medication, different type of medication series right now of what I would like to introduce to you all with the everyday conditions, maybe based on like, you know, anxiety, depression, epilepsy, the like, because like I'm hoping if I'm not pushing for too much less time to do an epileptic awareness series along with it, basically of the different types of basically seizures that's persisting on the different type of epilepsy, because like every epileptic patient is different for the way of their seizures and everything else. That's why I want to create an awareness on that, as well as, you know, the signs and symptoms and like step by step, again, like every other series I have. But in all further ado, if you haven't been following my video series at this current time, I'm actually doing basically the last few bits of my anxiety medication series, basically along with all these other medication bits, hopefully. And if I've missed out some parts of it, you know, I humbly apologise in advance, basically, because, you know, I tend to forget things like many people would, and just feel free to comment nicely below, maybe to some of the series that you may be following that may be of use for people, so that hopefully we can connect with one another one way or another, either here or on Facebook, basically. Another food for thought is also, like, someone said to me basically while I've been doing these series that she thought basically to, you know, share me a few bits of her medications that she has been taking, and maybe I could do some parts on that if it's not already not repetitive or not. And just to put a disclaimer before I begin, also, I'm no medical professional, I'm just a normal everyday blog, basically just to share my life story with AS, depression, OCD, as I said, and mental health awareness, just spreading out basically the signs and symptoms and whatnot, so that hopefully we be prepared, ready to go for whatever is to come when we do see the classic signs and symptoms, either through people's everyday mental health disorders or just like I'm sharing with all these everyday topics of these medications that we use, and hopefully that we can seek the right help. Even if some of the advice for you are basically not to your cuppa, either A, you know, you have choices here, you can just go to another channel basically, or you could also feel free just to maybe take it on board and maybe, you know, seek second opinion. You know, I also don't condone anyone to self-harm. So, and all further ado, basically, this is part 4 or 5 right now. I'm losing track of how much I've done, so I humbly apologise in advance again about deciding if the anxiety medication is right for you. As we know though, when it comes to deciding what's right for us or not, you know, to treat these anxiety with medication, there are other ways to go about basically, well, not curing but managing our everyday mental health disorders. And we also need to weigh up the pros and cons about it with our doctor or medical professional, of whoever it may be that we're with. It's also important to know though, or learn about, basically, as I said, about the common side effects of each of these drugs. Learn and research it up, or maybe on your own, before you maybe seek medical help, you know, and just do it in a way that hopefully, you know, won't bum out the doctors, because doctors do make mistakes here and then. They're only human, obviously, when they do prescribe us the wrong meds, when we feel that there's another alternative for us out there for us to actually, you know, use in this day and age. But as you know, basically, the common side effects, however, for anxiety medication will range from mild nuisances such as the dry mouth to more severe problems such as acute nausea or pronounced weight gain. For any anxiety medication, like I said, you'll have to balance up the side effects versus the benefits of all these kind of medications, not just the anxiety drugs that I'm introducing to you all on my channel. questions you may want to ask yourselves and to your mental health professional that basically you could ask them is the medication that you're giving to me is the best option for my anxiety problem or what have you? Or another one is, am I willing to put up with the unpleasant side effects in return for my anxiety relief? Number 3 is, what non-drug treatments for anxiety might help me? Number 4, do I have the time and am I willing to pursue non-drug treatments such as cognitive behavioural therapy, exercise and the like? You know, as I said before, that sometimes we can actually balance or rule out about certain medications that we can use basically in this day and age or not. Choice is ours. Number 6 or so whatever it is, what help strategies might help me keep my anxiety under control? And the last one is, if I decide to take anxiety medication, should I pursue any other therapy as well on top of what you're giving me? Questions to ask your doctor, however, is, how will the medication work for my anxiety? Number 2, what are the drug's common side effects that I'm using right now? Number 3, are there any food and drinks that I need to avoid while in this time of, you know, taking it in conjunction with my anxiety tablets? Number 4 is, how will this drug interact with any other of my, you know, prescriptions that I'm using? Number 5, how long will I have to take the anxiety medication? Number 6, will withdrawing from the medication be difficult? Number 7, will my anxiety return when I stop taking the medication? As we know, some of these answers to these questions, some of the anti-anxiety drug, you know, medications that we get can work in conjunction with food and drink, but sometimes we've got a classic reminder is not to actually, what they say is not to actually take it with an alcohol consumption. Some of it, you know, medications will take longer than others to actually take on board on its, you know, dissolvability or their functionality on how it will work. Basically, some will take a few hours to, you know, dissolve into our system and give it that kick in advance, you know, and some just, like I said in one of my videos, will take a few weeks to actually settle and do its thing. But that's alright, because obviously every medicine is different for different people's needs. We need to remember that, you know, everyone's different for how they handle and treat their everyday, you know, mental health disorders or what have you. So in order to do, basically, guys, this ends the series of basically the questions to ask for or what have you, or deciding if the anxiety medication is right for you, with a few questions to maybe think about when you next visit your doctor. If you feel, like I said, there are classic signs that you're maybe showing on certain, you know, everyday mental health disorders I've shared so far, give me the like for the thumbs up for supporting that you're engaging. Feel free to comment below, like I said many times before, just to engage with me. Also, feel free to also subscribe to my channel for daily, weekly vlogs. Basically, I can't guarantee it's going to be daily. It might be on a once or twice a week, depending on my schedule, like everything. But I'll do my best to hopefully produce the videos that I feel close to my heart to address to you all. Feel free to follow me on Twitter and Facebook, AspieAnswersAll. Also, feel free to, you know, private message me on AspieAnswersAll if you need someone to talk to, rant, rave, what have you, or just some certain advice that you want from me, or even just certain maybe everyday topics that you feel that I need to address, even though I'm still working on some of the ones that people have been requesting. So I humbly apologise that it's taking longer than others of certain bits, because, you know, I've been trying to have a break now and again just to reflect and rewind what I need to do for myself. Do what you love what you do. Thanks for the support. You know, love one another, be kind to one another if you can, and, you know, forgive yourself and others. Until next time, have a great day, and I'll see you all again soon.